Hey guys, welcome back to Russian Libertas Corpus YouTube channel, where we, Alexei Postnikov and Gala Bogatova, are talking about Russian politics, Russian society, and other Russian issues. And today we want to talk about Russian elections, so-called elections, in particular presidential elections that should be held in March 2024, if everything will go according to plan of Kremlin. So the reason we want to talk about this is that not only Putin officially said that he's gonna run, like what a surprise, but still, he said that. We have a new potential candidate. His name is Boris Nadezhdin, and I don't know how to put it lightly. Well, he's gonna play a role of liberal democrat anti-war candidate during these elections. Again, if the plan will stay the same. He used to be a part of a party called SPS. This party was sort of like a right of the center ideologically. So they were Democratic Party.
Anyways, this kind of like pseudo-liberal candidate is very, very near liberal.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has this image of being liberal, and the reason why he has this image is that for the last 10 years, he was participating in Russian political talk shows, meaning talk shows on Russian TV channels that are controlled by the government, where those guys needed, if they're willing to participate, to be scapegoats. What other expression for patsy, maybe? Anyway,
scapegoat is a very good term, I would say.
So basically, he was playing the role of the guy who was like, but what about democratic values? And then 10 people will shout at him, it's Russia, we don't need democratic values.
Yeah, in order to develop a dialogue with someone, you need to have a counterpart. And if having a counterpart is too dangerous for you, you create this counterpart so it plays the role of such, right?
Yeah.
Somebody who like counterbalance you, but hypothetically, because in reality, that's that's a hired actor, I would say.
Yeah, although he used to be a real politician, but effectively not anymore.
The Russian political realm is actually it is out of any living political actors. Whoever you see there, if you see any vital political competitor for these elections, well, I hope it doesn't trick you, because it is just an illusion. There are no real competitors for these elections. If there are any, those are pseudo-competitors. Those are people, whatever their background is, if they're still alive and they're running for election, there is no way those are actual political actors.
So first thing that everybody should know and understand about this presidential elections, that this is not an elections, meaning that Russian people will not have a chance to vote Putin out, because this option is completely off the table. So that's the, I would say, probably Russian political administrators in a way mastered their ability to construct electoral, as we call them, electoral procedures. So they might appear somewhat legit and with the illusion of competition, and somehow, like each time Putin ends up, or Russia United Russian Party of Power ends up with enormous numbers in the end, and it's not because people voting for him. A lot of people will vote for Putin, probably. I mean, we don't know, but a lot of people still do that. Will this be the majority of Russian voters? I would say 100% not. But in the end, we will see something in the range of like 75 to 85% supporting Putin, so Putin will win in the first round, obviously. And Boris Nadezhdin, the so-called liberal candidate, if he will participate, because we still don't know if they allow him to do so. Maybe at some point
if they already allowed him to claim that he's going to run and there are no consequences so far, he's still alive, it is probable that he will be admitted for the elections.
Maybe. Well, if everything, let's say if everything on the war fronts will stay the same, because if something really bad for Russian army happen, maybe people will get more tired of this war, then in Kremlin they might decide like, okay, let's not do even the fake anti-war candidate. Let us have, like 3 or 4 candidates. All of them will be pro-war and 3 of them will be pro-Putin, and the last one will be Putin himself. That is like the safe bet, whoever you choose, this guy will support Putin and the war.
Right.
Or will be
but
Putin.
Yeah, it is just like the reason why we decided to record this video is because there is a new actor that just apparently, it seems like, came out of the blue, but whoever follows the news in Russia and heard of this new candidate that might seem like he's liberal and might create an illusion that, see, Russians had a choice, that they just missed it, they just, they have chosen the wrong person. It is not the case. These elections cannot be fair by default because of the procedure, because of the system that controls the procedure of this election. And whoever is admitted to run these elections are also bought-off candidates.
Yeah.
So this is basically the overall sense
of
our message today.
Yeah, and I think our bottom line of this conversation is that Putin will get something around 80%. The liberal candidate, if he will be allowed to participate, will get maybe 3%. But this, and we can tell you this right now, this is not the reason to say again like, oh, Russians had the chance to vote Putin out, and look at that, they even had anti-war candidate, he got 3%, very bad Russians. I think this narrative sort of fading out recently in the maybe past 6 months. I don't observe it that much.
The narrative about what?
That like why Russians didn't overthrow Putin, and it's like
questioning the capacity of Russians to actually participate in the political climate inside. So what you mean is that like Western audience gets either disinterested in what's happening in Russia or enlightened in terms of the incapacity of.
I mean, if I would to guess, it's probably the first.
The first?
I mean, yeah. So guys, this election will not be election. Don't make any conclusions, and you can just save this video and then check back after the results will came in, if our broad estimations were correct.
If they were not, we will delete this video, so you never know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. No, we're not going to delete this video. We're
no?
too
Okay.
Too
bad for me.
Anyway, if you like this video, and subscribe to the channel. Recommend it to your friends maybe. And hopefully see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.